Mitraaya namaha. Hello, welcome to VSPTenneti channel Energy Circles. So the question is, when will God answer to my query? When will God answer to my question? Right? There are few top points. Try this and see if your God answers to your question. Suppose you believe there is God somewhere sitting up and trying to answer you, and if you are really trying to find the answer, then there are certain things you should keep in mind. First is, God will only answer to you when you have unshaken faith, total surrender, total trust. If you have that trust in God, only then He will answer your queries. Otherwise, no matter what, no matter how much you do, God will not be ready to answer your questions maybe. So you should first check that whether you are totally surrendered to God, or are you still in that dicey situation where you may take it or you may not take it. You believe, sometimes you don't believe, sometimes you are okay with God concept, sometimes you are not okay with God concept. That will not work. Only when you have unshaken faith, God will answer your questions. Second is, when you have constant effort, God will certainly answer your questions. You should have that effort to find out the answer. Suppose you have a problem and you are praying God. First is unshaken faith. Second is, you need to try, you need to put that effort. Otherwise, God will never try to answer your query. He will, in fact, He will further put burden on you. So suppose you want to fight out anything, suppose you want to find out the answer, suppose you want to win a situation, suppose you want to really do some good to society, you have to step down and work on that. There is a constant effort principle with which God will answer. If you put an effort, then God will answer your questions. Next is, sometimes you feel, I am really doing everything, but I don't know why God is not answering. Then you correct that, constant effort plus unshaken faith. Correct that unshaken faith, right? You know that zoom, when you have to adjust, when there is a blur on the screen, you have to adjust that. So faith is important. Unshaken faith is important in God answering your queries, right? So people ask me this, why do you believe in God? I said, because belief is God. If you don't believe, if you don't have faith, there is no God. So people keep asking us this question, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? I said, only belief is God. If you don't believe, there is no God, there is no God. If you believe there is God, there is God. Because your belief, your faith is God. The more trust and faith you have on God, the more answers you get, the more closer you become. Is it enough to answer your queries? I say faith is most important aspect, because your body, your brain, your cosmos, your universe, they all work under this faith principle. If you don't have trust, if you don't have belief, then most of the things don't manifest. So faith is very, very important. Suppose you want your God to listen to you, God to answer your queries, God to be more friendly or open with you, you need to really have lot of faith. Faith is equal to God, and this has been proved in most of the Puranas, most of the Vedas, most of the Vedantas. This has been established again and again. All you need is trust and faith, because if you don't have faith, you don't see answers properly. You don't have faith, you see miracles as coincidences. You see great things as just happened, just an accident. And also, I keep telling this in all my book, The Celebrated Monk, also I mentioned this, that you don't believe in the person, you believe in the philosophy. The philosophy is more important than the person, right? So suppose you have a good philosophy, suppose someone is talking about Ramayanam, you understand the good philosophy of it, rather than fighting about, is Rama real? Did Rama walk all the way? Did Rama wear slippers or did he wear sandals? Stop understanding, stop talking about the person, start believing the philosophy of the scriptures. That will help you a lot, and that will give you the real perspective of spirituality. Hope this made some sense. And so that's most important aspect of spirituality. So you need to have unshaken faith. And to have unshaken faith, all you need to do is stop your brain from talking nonsense. Okay, it is not that you don't use your brain, it is that stop making your brain talk nonsense. This I keep giving examples, and I want to give the same example here again and again, that suppose if someone tells you something wrong to do and you do it, and you say, oh, I trusted you, I believed you, but you did this is wrong. If you have trust, that doesn't mean you become blind. Want your God to answer your queries? You should always have only one plan. That is, you need to be really focused on how you have to go there and what you have to achieve. You should not have any in between plans. If I don't get this, I will get that. If I don't get that, I will get that. If you have some deviations, God will really is not interested to help you. So if you really want God to help you, you need to have that particular plan to achieve your goals. It can be anything. Suppose you want your husband to behave properly with you, you need to have a plan for it. Suppose you want your boss to give you promotion, you need to have a plan for it. Suppose you want your you have to write your exams properly, competitive exams, you need to have a plan for it, and always have plan A only. No plan B, no plan C. This is very, very important. The fourth and very, very important thing is, do not cry for silly things. Do not settle for silly things. People generally do this and cry. They go ahead in life and then they look back and cry. Do not cry. Which is over is over. You should never cry for silly things. Never ever cry for silly things. Always look forward and have a bigger picture of life and go ahead and do it. Do not cry for silly things. That fellow said something, that has happened like this. Oh, what has happened? There are speed breakers during journey, but it is never the end of the journey. Remember this. There can be speed breakers. There can be some potholes. There can be some holes here and there. But you should understand your journey is big, and stop brooding over a small speed breaker on the road. Stop behaving like that. So this is very, very important that you stop worrying about silly things that happen around you. The fifth and very important point is, you should always aim for highest good. Only then God will answer your queries. If it is not for good, you may get some in between results, but that will never give you final answers. Remember this. If you really want to achieve something in life, if you really want your God to answer your queries, God to talk to you, if you want God to be pleased with you, remember this. Do not aim for anything bad to anyone. Always aim for highest good. Even though they do worst things with you, cruelest things with you, you should always aim for highest good. Okay, this is very, very important, and I want you all to focus on this. Next is, in Bhagavad Gita it is always said, in all the Upanishads it is said, if you really want God to answer your questions, 2-3 very important points which I have collected is Jnana Vairagyam. One is Jnanam, you should constantly try to accumulate knowledge on it. At the same time, you should be unattached. Vairagyam is so important to achieve anything in life, and especially God to talk to you. You should have Jnana Vairagyam, and other part of it is Abhyasa Vairagyam. You should constantly practice to achieve some result and achieve success. And if God has to answer your queries, you should start practicing. Abhyasa Vairagyam is very, very important. The other thing is, 2 characteristics which is very, very important for God to be closer with you is Anasuya and being strong and brave. Anasuya means you should never be jealous of anything, and you should never be jealous on anyone, and you should always be brave and strong. Whenever you are brave and strong, and whenever you are having Anasuya Tattvam, that is no jealousy on anyone, you will definitely see success, and you will definitely see that God is constantly at your help, and He's always at your beck and call to answer your queries. Right? Hope this gave you some insight, and if this helps you, please share it with people. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Mitraaya namaha.
Mitraaya namaha. Welcome to Energy Circle's VSPTenneti channel. Thank you for the amazing response. Please do not forget to pass it on and subscribe. Thank you very much. Aditya Sakshi, Sampurna Raksha.